Wednesday, 16th November. Here we another episode of Football Made in Ghana. This is a very special episode. Today we go discuss the Black Stars. Finally, the squad come out. So we go discuss who will qualify, who no qualify, the team them are chances. Right now, the day Abu Dhabi, they prep for the next World Cup, which could start over the weekend. This be Citi TV, this be Football Made in Ghana. My name be Nathan Carr. You go free join me on WhatsApp 0550-585832, 0550-585832. If you get anything, tell me. Tell me. Right now, the speculation will end. The squad list drop. So now we go free discuss the merits and all other things associated with the squad. Like I talked, the boys, they Abu Dhabi, then they prepare. On Thursday, they go play against Switzerland, the final tune-up game ahead of November 24 when they face Portugal in the opening Group H game for the FIFA 2022 competition in Qatar. We go take some very, very short break. If I come back, I go welcome the guests. Right now, as the speculation end, now boys go fit talk them my mind within context, based on facts. No other sides they inside. We go come back after this short break. This will be Football Made in Ghana on Citi TV. Welcome back. This will be Football Made in Ghana on Citi TV. Make an intro the guests. Wait today, me and them go dissect the squad. We go hear bits and pieces from the national team coach. We go discuss all other things related to the Black Stars as they prep for the next World Cup appearance in just a few days. First up, as they rep the Black Stars retro jersey, they know say Charlie today they can't talk in mind. Achuta Maklo, regular on the show.
Today I feel like I'll be one of the 18 way Otto Addo go select for on a first game. Charlie, are they in the mood already? Be like I did Doha. They the team will tell me, Charlie.
I tell you.
And they listen the pre-match instructions way. And they find how to score that Keller into the top corner. First 18 minutes.
First 18 minutes, I tell you. All right, next up, another regular on the show, Daniel Cranting, Citi Sports Desk. They around. I don't know if they feel like if one of the 18 way they go name them on match day, but I don't know.
Are they part of the technical team?
You're part of the technical team. Yeah. This time they play, you go manage.
No, I just sit Otto Addo in body.
See,
you go point out.
You know one thing about boys. Yeah. The boys with the no ball. Mm-hmm. If you be Charlie, we position in the play. We tell you say Charlie, me I be 6. The ones with the shan, or me I be coach, or Charlie, if you play 3, if you play 11, me there.
But they're not they play.
Oh, I'm not. Me, I mentioned somebody's name. I just give analogy.
No, you see before. I just the record straight.
Make it feel free.
I see some video. Don't say they take free kick or penalty shootouts. Oh, no, penalty kick.
Me, I see say they play high pressure penalty before. It goes con.
I shock high pressure.
The guys said those is the NDC. They have some press conference and they do setting the record straight.
Yeah. That why they need one.
All right, guys. Charlie, welcome. Last week by this time, then they hypothesized on the Black Star squad. Like if I get, we go take everybody in 26 and compare to the actual. Yeah. I don't know if you go if you do that one. But finally, the Black Star squad, they name them. They name them earlier this week on Monday, 14th November. That was the deadline. So by that date, everybody for presenting squad. A few hours later, FIFA published the list of all 32 countries, plus the technical teams and everything. In all, 831 players go represent for the World Cup inside. So that be some facts. But make we check the Black Star squad as they name them by Otto Addo. Then we go start the conversation from there. So that be the squad where they name them. Manaf, Danlad, Atizigi, the 3 goalkeepers. The defenders, Jiku, Amate, Joseph Edu, Mo Salisu, Tariq Lamte, Dennis Odoe, Baba Aman, Gideon Mensah, then Ali Duseidu. Midfielders, Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Osman Bukari, Abdul Salih Samed, Kamal Sowa. Make I add Kamal Sowa to the midfielders, then my list. And then if you like the forwards, so forwards generally then strikers put together.
Also included Andre among the
okay, he take Andre add midfielders. Yeah. I don't know, but anyway, you Andrea, you midfield, no problem. Make we move on. Forwards, Osman Bukari, Daniel Efrie Barnier, Kamal Sowa in entry shock 1 or 2 boys, but yeah, Andrea, you will name him as midfielder, so we go move on. Mohamed Kudus, Daniel Kofi Tre, Abdul Fattah Isahaku, Kamal Dean Suleimana, Iñaki Williams. So the Abroche boys, 2 of them enter the team. Antoine Semenyo into the entry shock boys small. And then the one and only Jordan Ayew. This name, if they drop this name for some WhatsApp pages, I know the boys go fit die. But Jordan, are you the goal? If they go the World Cup, jersey number 9, that'll be the jersey he go wear at the competition. Guys, so initial thoughts. If you watch this 26, any thought you some names shock you from inside, or the names they make them in that they forgo the World Cup where they selected?
No, in all this.
Some know this on other place again.
Oh yeah, some 2 names there, but then once if you follow the conversation throughout, they understand why they don't make the team. We me I feel say the reasons we then give me I perfectly understand. Okay. As I talked last week, I be very strong on discipline. We sit here, we preach say we for respect for our national team. So if the managers they take some steps and take some decisions, even if it is players who are doing very well, once he put his foot down, I feel say we for supporter. We me at the City, me at the supporter on the decision. It go set the right precedence for every player. Then go say this man, they play. No matter how I figure say I be guy, I for relax my body if I can't play Black Stars, because Black Stars be anybody on. So me the team in all this. We no go feel like when our body talks say quality no day inside. Quality day. I'm happy. Somebody like Salih Samed, I'm really happy say finally when they come see him for Black Stars inside. On paper, if they do your dream 11, possible 11, where you take in name, put party in body, it look nice. We won't see how it will look like for the pack top. Okay. I'm happy. They say we get basically when our star players more be fit, as the outfield players in fact, then be fit. You get your Salisu, you get your Jiku Amate, one of 3 top centre backs there, one of midfielders and Partey Kudus, Salis fit. You go to the attack, there are you brothers fit. You get Iñaki Williams. So it be very good group to have. Now it be on the head coach how he go organize them, who he go pick, how the players go fare well playing with each other. With that one, Charlie, we hope them, we wish them all the best. Tomorrow we get friendly. Okay. So we go see some 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Then 24th against Portugal.
We go discuss the potential mix Otto Addo for use, but attribute to initial thoughts, the 26, as you see some names shock you or the selection, it makes sense?
Not necessarily. I think the fact that we have known for about a week, say, Schlop, Paintil no go make the team, it lessened the blow. And at the end of the day, if you look at the dynamics, what would they miss out on by not calling these 2 players? Admittedly, then they give we something the other players know yet. The quality, the level of play, the form within it gets right now, if you compare them to the other options or the players within it compete with for slots in the Black Stars, then they are ahead of a number of them, and some of them by some distance. So if, like we call them, then go improve the options where the coach could get, how many tactical variations it go make in games for the tournament. So that one, I don't feel say anybody go deny that. Okay. I also understand some of the dissent we hear, because if you talk, say, some of the players they're not really show loyalty or commitment or respect to the brand, the time where you hear them, they not come. Then why they call someone like Kamal Stowa, where it's not Kwesi Appiah, it's not CK Akuno, so 2 coaches for I think about space of 3 years, then we'll call them, they not show up. But generally, I feel say this be one a team, and this be the appeal I would make to everybody. Are they here? I'm not happy say Paintil and Schlop no come. So I be entitled to that view. I know they like the fact say they no come. I feel say Charlie, if they can then go make the team jet. But the other thing also be say, as a Ghanaian, it be my duty to support my team. Irrespective of the disagreements I get, plus the people they make the selections. Right? I go feel doubt them my competence. I go feel doubt or disagree with the players with them. But it no the means say I for withdraw support. That be something we for understand. And even amongst us journalists, as I day here, in my 12 years of practice, the only times where I get international gigs all be Black Star stories. Like all 6 or 5 instances, each one of them be Black Star stories. Okay. So where we did the Ink fraternity, we get some interesting relationship with the national teams. So we for be careful the way we behave around the national team and some of the players we play in the team and some of these things. And look, they could just support the team. He do the list already. The reasons where he give, did you like it? No. Otto Addo, since he became coach, he's never been the strongest communicator.
I see.
I don't think there's been any press conference where he's come out looking like he's left a good impression on journalists. I don't think there's been any. So this wasn't going to be the time for me to expect him to communicate like Jose Mourinho would, or Alex Ferguson, or Wenger with a Midas touch. So those and some of these things, I like to situate them in context. There's not a history to it. Don't expect it to happen. Were the answer satisfactory? No. Does it change in the grand scheme of affairs what he's going to do? No. Because for in mind inside, he know which combinations in the go play. And this be points where they make people know they agree. But as far as I'm concerned, this be the most stocked Black Star squad I see in the past decade. I know the top team. We've had stronger Black Stars team in the last 10 years.
I want us to just say a group of players.
In terms of the group, the options where look, if you go through the team, think of any formation where you go love play. You go get materialistic play.
I see.
If you don't play even 4-4-2, where a lot of people know they talk about these days, you still go get Antoine Semenyo as your center forward, perhaps Ian and Inaki Williams. Maybe Inaki play off arm, or 4-4-1-1, whatever it is. If you don't want to go with a midfield 3, Salis show you say it be option. Partey day. If you don't play, then there's either Kudus or Daniel Kofichre. And you see, people they talk about how Kudus, they release the ball, but we get beautiful scenario where if you drop Kudus, you still get Kofichre where Kofi do that number 8 or number 10 job beautifully give you. Then there's the Andre as the option of a supporting striker. If they won't play a team with a double pivot, you go play Salis, then Partey. So the options there in this team. The options there in this team, and in terms of the quality where we go get, I feel say Otto Addo get enough. And that be why I don't want to make Ghanaians dwell too much on the players with the numbers. Because at the end of the day, even though they admit, say, then go improve the options where we get, would they have raised the level of the team? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Then go improve the team where we get. But are they going to raise your level to improve, perhaps, if you were to rate the teams, to improve your ranking? No. Joseph Pentel, Schlupp, they no be Sadio Mane, they no be Mo Salah, with the greatest of respect. And this be somebody where advocates say, like, if we get them for the team, like, a good giveaway. So, where we they now? Make we just support the team and watch what Otto Addo go do. And you see, make nobody go watch the Black Stars tomorrow, then come talk, say, hey, then kill one of him. No. in the seven games Otto Addo superintended, there's not been consistency with the selection or even in the performance. If you ask anybody the kind of football Otto Addo in team they play, it go hard to say, go tell you. Yeah. So let that be on your mind and be mindful of that as you they go watch the Black Stars tomorrow. So say after the game, you're not going to say, Charlie, this performance there, he kill one of him. This one there make we no go. We no won't hear that thing. Because the reality be say, Otto Addo has been unpredictable. And for all you know, that thing go for be advantage giveaway. Say, he's not shown his hand. There's not a single team at the World Cup that has any idea the sort of football the Black Stars are going to play. So that has its own advantage, that we will be a difficult team to scout. So maybe individually, you can have an idea the strength of Thomas Partey, Kudus, Kamal Soa, because they've been excelling at a stage where the world's attention is. But in terms of how they sync together and what sort of meaning Otto Addo can give to the team, no one has idea. And I think it may have its positives. All
right. So as we talk, Otto Addo, he named in 26-man squad finish. He named on Monday. Very, very interesting event for the DSTV office. We go drop the squad in a bit there, but make we listen. Make we see the squad for a second time for those who they don't see the squad yet. Somebody they sometimes they Ghana or some place. It be now way it on in TV or something. So make we see the 26. Then we go run through the 26. Then we go listen to Otto Addo. We go talk about how they make in decisions and all of that. So make we see the Black Stars 26 there, them day. Even like the position, all of a sudden, the conversation move away from Joseph Pencil and Jeff Schlupp to the decisions where Otto for make in goalkeeping, because now they be like the goalkeeping. They don't have options.
You know the funny thing, the scenario we see with the goalkeepers will be very similar to 2014. The first choice for when a World Cup in 2014, Adam Lassen-Kwarase, nobody trusts him among the team itself, and I'm not talking even about Ghanaians. Which was why after the first game,
they bring
change up. We say, they communicate well, inspires the call boy, they invite pressure.
That was the goal.
It invites pressure and all sort of things. So we change up. The person who's expected, or the goalkeeper who's expected to be the first choice in this team, at least per the form and rankings, is Lawrence Atizigi. Ziggy they do well outside of the Black Stars.
But in the Black Stars for the national team some way.
And you see the funny thing is that sometimes they shout, like they make mistakes, but the team just go concede goal. The team just go concede goal.
So those were the 3 goalkeepers: Manaf Nuruddin, Dan Laden, Ziggy. Defenders: Jiku Amate, Joseph Addo. Per one last update, then Joseph Addo no day camp yet. We don't know when he go catch there, but he be the 26th player. He no catch camp yet. Mo Salisu, Tariq Lamptey, Dennis Odoi, Dabaraman, Gideon Mensah, Alidu Seidu, Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Osman Bukari, Salih Samed, Barnier, Kamal Sowa, Andrea will be team captain. Mohamed Kudus, Daniel Kofi, Abdul Fattah Isahaku. In selection, Charlie. More boys have problem with in selection, but how you go down? Kamal Din Suleimana, Iñaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo, and Jordan Ayew. This be the 26 where they go rep Ghana for the World Cup. Well, now they dropped them as squad numbers too. So who they were 26 be somebody they were 26. Samet?
I haven't paid attention to those.
But the squad numbers they around. So maybe later on Citi Sports.
The other thing people don't pay attention to be what Otto Addo talk in the mixed zone. I don't know if you caught it. He say the standby list it be probably more than 11. Me and they like.
Okay.
Because they spoil anything say you go fill that slot. It is there for a purpose. So get players ready. Get them names there, which be likely say, and it be the reason why I suspect we might see Mubarak Wakaso. I just hope we don't have to need any of the players on the standby list because of an injury or any of those things. But that be just something I think people not really focus on. But the standby list day, and Otto Addo say it's probably more than 11.
Okay, all right. So they concluded the selection there. Yeah. Fine, no problems. All right. Make we move on. Make we listen to Otto Addo because as he dropped the list, the other conversation where he started say, he make the list. The selection be somebody in selection where he go take where he can present. So Otto Addo they answer the question of who they make the selection for the Black Stars as then they go the World Cup.
And we have very, very strong. Maybe this will clear a little bit of the questioning and also all the rumors and speculations around. So first of all, I would like to say thank you. This is for the president believing in me from day one, letting me do my work how I want it to be. And this is surely the number one circumstance I would like to have again. Every time when I work, I want to do it my way. This is very, very important because this is what's, for me, very, very important to be the face of the national team, that I can work my way. So the decision at the end is mine, although surely...
All right, so that be Otto Addo. He said the decision is his. It be in decision. Of course, other people go talk 1 or 2 things, but hey, guys... So you don't believe him?
But he they talk, so I don't go believe him.
But the big question because people
don't believe him. I didn't believe him because he didn't have to say it. It wasn't a question. He was asked to come and submit the team, announce the team, then go. He now say he go talk this thing. The fact of the matter is, once he come Black Stars list, plenty voices go there. Everybody go talk, say, oh, this person for day, this person for day. So that one they expect say a lot of opinions go fly around. Where that one day, but whose final decision is it? Where he now talk say he be in the technical team, then we reach the final decision. Make them say player A they go or player B they go. So I feel say it be normal process. It be one thing if he talk. You understand? We take a care team where a couple of years ago the time you can't talk say one person on the name team where we hammer on that. So if the coach come where he talks say at the end of the day be in final decision too, then honestly and if you look at Black Star squads, let me say in the past 2 years, they look pretty strong. They look really strong, and I feel say it be a reflection of the head coach. If I watch this team, you go see players who in the past 6 months under in tenure show say them being favorites, players they trust. You go see say them they inside. With them players, they don't necessarily get some big name. They not necessarily be say like them did the Black Stars inside chair. We will not see them be bang on. See them go the World Cup. Player like Elisha Owusu, player like Osman Bukari. If I Osman Bukari, he mentioned him during outside the auditorium and do the one-on-one interviews. He talked why he trusts him. See, he see him, he bring him. He really impressed him in the training during the Nigeria game. And when he brought him on against Nigeria, he did exactly what he was supposed to. So since then, he was sold on him. A player like that, see where then he did even before Otto Addo come. Then he know really they get consistent call-up. So you can see that it's a reflection of what the head coach they want in terms of the player. So me personally, I dey believe him until he come back and complain, say somebody they interfere in his work. Who could take in word for it, especially because he wasn't asked. Nobody asked him. He can clarify the situation.
Okay. Actually, I will come back to you in a second, but we go take some very quick break. This is Football Made in Ghana on Citi. If we come back, we get more. We go hear more from Otto Addo. Then we go discuss the squad in itself, how they go prep for the World Cup, first the final tune-up game against Switzerland. Then we go discuss other matters. Because the World Cup, they start this weekend. We Ghana go play on November 24. This is Football Made in Ghana. We go come back right now. This is Football Made in Ghana on Citi TV. Ashuta Makro and Daniel Cranting be my guests. We dissect the Black Star squad as they name them. Ashuta, I want to get your thoughts on, just in a few words, how much pressure, if you say Otto Addo Day and as they put this squad together, because the conversation just around this squad, say, Schlupp and Pencil and Wakaso, Barbara Man, Andrea, how much pressure if you say Day and as they compile this list?
I think that the sort of pressure every coach will be under in the Black Star setting, because I don't think the circumstances are unique. So if you want to talk about the potential or the supposed influences that people believe exist, they will be there. And I think in our setting where non-technical people have a history, and perhaps the culture permits them to make inputs and make suggestions to the people in those positions, it is normal, or it is bound to happen that someone is going to say, Otto, can you look at this boy? Or I think this guy as a holding midfielder works better. Perhaps it's the degree and what happens beyond those words that people
people
often
just
speculate
but
exactly
if
about.
Now they really push the player.
For me, at the end of the day, it comes down to your principles as a manager. Because look, the situations and the reasons for dropping player A are not always exclusively different from player B. And that's why in the beginning, I mentioned the Kamal Soa example. It's not that for 3 years straight before there's opportunity. So when you drop Schlupp and then you take Kamal Soa, there are going to be questions. So at the end of the day, it comes down to your principles, your beliefs, your communication, and how you decide to handle the communication to the players that you are going to drop and what you say to them. Because for some of them, what you say to them determines whether they shut the door on the national team for good, or they retain a level of affinity for the team. Because for someone like Jeffrey Schlupp, he was sitting in this place. We went to him and say, yo, we don't want to make you come play the team again. You go love do, we make case give him. He say yes, you go come. Then later, so those things go come with the difficulties, right? And I feel say, they understand why Otto Addo said the things where he talk. He said the things where he talk, say, he draw up the team, he be responsible for the team. Of course, he did take inputs from his backroom staff, but he be the team. And politically, it be the right thing where he talk. Because the events will precede that announcement means, say, if for deliberately and in no certain terms communicate to the people, say, yo, it be me at the wrong things. It not be anybody. And what be the events that they talk about? Cranty mentioned the unfortunate interview Kate give where he talks, say, no be one person way, then they make input into the team and all of that. Then in the week before, CK Akuno in interview and the things where he talk, and where he specifically mentioned Mr. Lomote, it be what he spoiled the matter. So it basically it confirmed the things where people they suspect and where people have long believed, say,
that's not team selection.
Some yawa they happen for the team inside. Some hands they feel pull some strings and things for there. Right? So with that in mind, now if they hear say your man go come and tell Ghana and say, look, forget everything you hear. Right now, it me they run things. Where it be me they call Mr. A, it be me go talk, say it no go come. Right? But perhaps more important than the things where it go tell Ghanaians be the things where it go do. Any explanation to the specific people where in decisions go affect. Because me as a day here, I go write my articles, I go do vlogs, whatever way I go share my views, say, I know they like what Otto do. But if what he do, the people where then they affect, they don't get problem with him, then problem no day. If he communicates well to Mr. Schlupp, if he communicates well to Joseph Pento, because you see, at the end of the day, there are too many competing interests in the Black Stars. Some of them, it not be say the team in the go kata way, then they love the team armor way, then they give those criticisms. It'd be unfortunate to say I go use this example, but Palmer in comments regarding Joseph Pento be classic case. You they sit back and wonder, say, is he saying this out of love for the national team, or he they say this because he get political points where he go score? And this is somebody where he's not just anybody. He gets strong relationship with Palmer.
Yeah.
With Joseph Pento. So if you be Otto Addo, right now the job extra hard. The job over hard. Right? So you hear some tax beyond your decision, say I'm not go take him. The other bit be what you go tell Joseph Pento. So disabuse in mind what anybody, including Palmer, go tell him, say, oh, you the mafia will sick of cat. So that be the political context where they influence. But as I've said, what happened there was good. But the most important bit be in conduct, then in communication to those boys. Right?
Okay.
Because me as I here, I talk say anybody way is not we, make we not offer the national team to them on a silver platter.
Okay.
Right. But ultimately it be the coach in decision way they make. Handle it in a manner say some other players no go feel aggrieved. Make everybody see it be the same strokes. If Granton do yawa, pew 20. If Nathan do yawa, 20. If Achu do yawa, 20. So ultimately, that be the most important thing going forward. And also behaving in the manner that it go inform the other people who are used to making unnecessary input, undue influence on the team, showing them not only in speech but in conduct. Say, yo, that yawa, they happen for my time again.
I see.
Right.
Great. So I mean, say now, like we talk, Otto in job now be hard because if for show everybody say one, it be in charge, it be independent, it be fair but firm and things, not only to the players but FA, whoever. Wow, the job there go hard. Make we zone in on the next part of the conversation, criteria, because more people they be say, wait, if we take some people them are numbers, where we measure against some people them are numbers, they add up. Why this guy they go, this guy no they go. Because we all know, say, some time back, then the criteria be say, for play regular, for be consistent, and since also now he bring in a market scheme. He say he have some things.
Your mom mentions KPIs and things for them.
Okay, you relax. We can hear from Otto Addo himself. Otto Addo now asks the detail out the criteria for selection into the national team.
And we have very, very strong values to build a team, which are very, very important for us. So there are criteria on the pitch, but also off the pitch. And off the pitch criteria is surely, number one is the readiness and the willingness to come and play for the Black Stars whenever you're called. It should be always a big honor. And I know as a player, it always takes a lot of sometimes difficult circumstances, and you have to sacrifice sometimes because you're in between the club and the national team. You get injured, there are a lot of things happening which are not always going like the right way. You have to take sacrifices. But surely we expect this. We expect that you are trustful, because we know, and everybody knows in football, there's always a lot of happening, especially in the team. But the team for me it's not the family, but it's like a family. So everything which happens in the team should stay in the team. Sometimes we have discussions, quarrels, because there are hard tackles or whatsoever, but it should never go outside. I wouldn't have wouldn't have this, like say, open discussion when I have like a discussion with my wife to take it outside. It will stay inside the family, and we'll solve it inside the family. So it's a lot of things off the pitch, which are very, very important, values which are important for us. And then there are things on the pitch, like performance in the national team, performance in your club, the trainings, then also my KPIs, my key performance index. So my style of play, what do I want to see? And I'm very, very flexible. So I want to have always in the squad variables which I want to use, because every game is different, and even in the games, sometimes it brings different demands. So it could be at the end that I need, let's say, a tall striker, and I have to have it in the squad because I know this team is coming like this way or this way. Sometimes it's like maybe we're behind, and we need wingers who are fast and can dribble. And if we want, let's say we have like 5 or 4 wingers who are right-footed, it's not the optimal thing I want to have, because sometimes I need also maybe a left one. Or let's say we have 4 left-footed wingers, then I need maybe somebody who's also right-footed because he can cut inside, and then the fullback can overlap, and then the defender has to choose. Should I protect the cross, or maybe he can shoot? So I want to have a well-balanced team, and sometimes this brings me to difficult decisions. So there are some very, very close decisions, and I'm very, very sorry for those who didn't make it on the team due to injuries or due to my decision. And surely I have the last word because I know how I want to play, and it's just a pity, but this is football, and this is the job I took, and then I have to do the job well. I have to do everything well just to serve the country and to bring the...
So that'll be Otto Addo. They answer questions on criteria. So he highlights a number of things. So broadly, he say 2 broad topics, values or whatever on the pitch, off the pitch. So they look at 2 broad things. On the pitch, attributes, off the pitch, attributes. Where he mentioned availability and willingness to play. Mm-hmm. So for him, you know, if you say form or anything, we dey go play match, you go play. Oh yeah, I'll go play. A day, call me, I will come. That be what I mean for him, it rank high before you go look at form, days, conduct, that kind of thing. The people they talk say that first bit, you know, it points to some players.
Oh, they point to some players, and you say it no be just the first point. Even the second part, to some players they fall inside. Mm-hmm. So we know the story behind Joseph Pinsley and whole matter. Yeah. This be the thing. If you dey work for company, me like this, I dey come on air. Yeah. Before I go come on air, I for impress the decision makers who go put me on air. It no be my paddies. It no be people where I work plus before. It be the people where they employ me where I for impress before they go put me on air. So if you, Nathan, get the power, say you go put me on air. What you tell me, say, make at the camp football made in Ghana every Wednesday, make you see me. Where I say, oh, I go like, I prefer a Premier League show. When you tell me, say, it be football made in Ghana you want to see. When me, I won't go there this thing. You go talk, say no. You dey understand? No matter how well I do in Premier League show, you want to see me in this setting before you go inform your decision. We don't know why the coach talk back, but clearly it is very important to him. So if you say come carrying cap because you have not impressed me yet, this is an opportunity for you to show. And you see, the last game before that conversation was a Central African Republic game where he was one of the worst players on the pitch. Yeah. He played 63 minutes against a Central African Republic team. Them are fullback. He did one of their amateur divisions, not a top guy. He couldn't complete dribble against the guy. So it was that poor in that game. Then the coach said, I'm giving you another opportunity to come to the carrying cap. Whatever your reason, if you value, it be about what you want most. If you value your place at the World Cup, and you know say this thing will influence the coach in whether I go the World Cup or not, you go. And we know, you see, we understand the things, but it's about showing the commitment. Charlie, I go come. I don't say it go hard for me, but I'll sacrifice. I go come. If I know if he play safe, if go give me 45 minutes safe, I go do my best. Even saying yes to the coach safe, go change his mind. I did say do. He be the carrying cap. The 2 games in the carrying cap. He played a wing back. He played a right center back. He played left side. He played center. He played all during the 2 games. The coaches say, "Wow, this guy he go fit do one." That's it. He's on the plane. He dey go. You dey understand? So I think it's unfair to the head coaches for us to sit there and feel like then some players did the same level. No. For the national team, the technical team, them are eyes inside. I tell you about the Osman Bukari story. Osman Bukari didn't have to go to carrying cap. Tre didn't have to go to carrying cap because they sell the coaches already. The coaches, they believe them already. But you did a different situation inside. You will not Sharadi believe you. So come Moku go. And you missed it, thinking that you will have another opportunity in terms of club football and things. But they are not looking at that. So once you understand what they are looking at, just do what they want. And maybe you would have gone to the... So you see, means by laying down the marker. Right now, if I extend to everybody, say if the head coach tell you, say, do so before you go come, you for do one. Like the Schlop issue. Come out so Schlop, same situation. We went to you, we came to ask you. We know that you've been hurt in the past. We know that this and this has happened. But when we look at how we want to play, when we look at this group, we feel like you'll be very vital. You will help with. So come. When they say, okay, fine. When they tell you, say, okay, right now you agree. Call Otto Addo. Tell him, say, you are ready. Wait Otto Addo to know, because that be the instruction. When you finish, tell him to call me. So Otto Addo, they wait the call. He pick up, he become out, so boss, I'm ready. Your people have spoken to me, I'm ready. I've changed my mind. I commit to the Black Stars. I'm ready to play. Okay, young man, thank you. We'll talk later. He named the inside. Schlop, you know call. Right now, they drop you. They tell me, say, you did form pass somebody. You did form pass somebody, so what? Carry your things, then go Qatar. Tickets are there. You can go and watch. But when they asked you to do what you are supposed to do, you didn't do it. And what are you talking about? You see, let's not... We all they watch football. Where we all they get some attachment towards some players. But make I ask you a question. If it be the day they say make you call coach, where did they say you know call, where they drop him, where did they boss say they no call him? Will we give the same attitude? No. You do understand? So if the man is showing discipline, if he's showing a strong hand, we could support him. And especially when we can look at the group that has been put together and we can see that it not be say then they leave some huge hole before the team inside. You do understand? So me, like, if it come this thing, it be laying down the marker. This is some discipline where we lack for the Black Stars for a very long time. So once they put in foot down where they make these strong decisions, I just hope see in the future whoever will come, make the person know say. Because imagine say Schlop didn't call him. And now the players here say Schlop no call him. Where the guy, it's like they came to beg you to come and play and you've come. Then party they sit there, they sit. What example are you giving the rest of the team? If you go feel say by virtue of me then come out so but come out so you call him. I mean I don't call him safe. He just pick me because they can't do without me. That sort of attitude, Charlie, if they go serious competition like this, you can't have people feeling like they are. Okay. No. Everybody did the same ground inside. The discipline there for day.
Actually, they believe in the coach's first thing, this readiness and availability and willingness to play. If it's for national team, especially they pick World Cup squad, it be important or you for look at form and what the player go give you?
For me, I always talk say you can't run a national team like a football club.
Okay.
Because of what it represents. It be the apex team that represents everything where it be right, true about the country.
I see.
The way then they behave in that team, the people where they run the team for behave as people where they manage state assets.
Okay.
So the mentality where you go take run Omni Media, and not going to be the same way somebody go take run the Ministry of Communication, right? Because the value of the two entities, they differ. Okay. They talk about a team where it represents the entire country.
Okay.
A certain pride, a certain ego has to go into it, and a certain orientation that you are out to protect the reputation of over 30 million people. So that it influence your communication with certain people. It influence how you respond to people where they snub the national team. Okay. Me, as far as I'm concerned, if you ever say no to the Black Stars, that be it. Don't come back.
Oh,
for me that's it.
If you ever say no,
if you ever say no,
what if the person get genuine? Like he hurt?
Oh, but we all be mature people.
Okay.
If the player they recover from injury, or he be injured, where at that time, we shouldn't even call you to come and play. The call should be to check up on the player in recovery. They look at if anything they will go for do to support. But let's not ask of players things where they no go for do. So that
or what if they can't play with some yawa happen?
So that beats me at the back. But I just the talk say in the incidents of the players with today, then they the team inside, but then it's not we before. It'd be good. So it'd be nice. The things to other talk, it'd be nice. But let's wipe the slates clean.
Okay.
Going forward, if you ever say no to,
don't come back.
Don't come back. Look, it will be messy. We know they care. And look, the reality be say some of the concessions we will make, some of the boys we will call back, none of them they raise the level of the Black Stars. There's not a single player in this team. None of them.
You sure?
I talk say then go improve the options where you get. Allow you to make.
They lift, so if there's somebody like Mo Salisu, you know they lift the Black Stars defense.
No.
An extra 20%.
No. He adds to the quality where you have. But in terms of raising the if we talk about raising the level of the team, we are referring to players where go fit be the difference between 3 points and a defeat or 3 points and a draw on a consistent basis.
I see.
It not be somebody where once a while, you know, say India, he has a quality, once a while he go fit show up. No.
I see.
And you see, we for protect the Black Stars and its image and be stingy about the opportunities we would give to people.
Okay. So in line with that,
they come. Okay. There are some players where you see sometimes the reason why players they say no to us, it be one fault. For example, they call 21-year-old who just burst into the scene. He needs time at his club level. Is he going to make the sacrifice to come and play for the national team, or he will prioritize in progress and the plan we then give him? Will come. Right? I will give you examples. The instances where we get some of one abandoned talents we then come play giveaway. It be because at club level they weren't getting game time. But where like them for play, for be under 20, under 17. And that's where I feel there's some problem there, because if CAF syncs its calendar to the international calendar, so say the under 20s also they play around the same time the national teams they play, you wouldn't have a conflict where you've called an under 17 player to come and play at under 17 friendly and his club is refusing because at that time so that one that creates conflict. So make we learn from all of this and run one a team better. If it has to be us where we did make the move to CAF and tell them, so look, this will be the problems where we they encounter. So we feel say do this giveaway. You won't always be lucky with Andre Ayew. They're there in time. Must say you know the seat up, get game time. So then allow make a camp play. But even with that, people they forget say around that time when they play the African Championships, must say release them. It be the World Cup, or it be the World Cup 2009 Egypt, where we get them.
Yeah.
So if young players come, let's not be in a hurry to offer them the national team platform. The instances where we for make exceptions be, and it's global practice. The instances where they make exceptions be, some generational talents. That one self, you will combine your responsibilities for the youth level with the national team. So for a long time, people they wonder how Ibrahim Konate for Liverpool know they get selection for the French national. He they play France under 20. His call up into the national team was a surprise more than anything else. Right? Okay. So even there we then get some world class talents, then they respect the hierarchy. Say, look, you know the matter who you be. You for play the starlet, you for play the satellite. That'd be why I know before this I didn't like the idea that people they talk runs for the Eboa. The other guy where is snob we go Ambrosius say we appreciate your quality, but we feel say this be the process, and it's not as if Ghanaians are trying to behave any different way. It be the standard everywhere.
Okay.
See, when you do that, the players now then go value the national team and the way them for behave. Okay. If you suffer where you get something, you they appreciate them. But you're not going to snub the team for 3-4 years, and if World Cup come around, then call. If you create that environment, more people go abuse them. Okay. So I like what Otto Addo talk, but make we show them in conduct.
Okay, no problem. This be new chapter, so make we see going for it. Anyway, this still the football made in Ghana on Citi. We'll go take some quick break. If we come back, more messages, then I go try get people the guys that are probable lineups, options, mixes, and the teams probably Otto Addo for try use as we go the World Cup inside. We'll go come back right now. Welcome back. This is football made in Ghana on Citi TV. Make I read some of the messages. Wawonyo Charles Bator, Volta region says, to me it's painful the way he dropped Pencil. But all the same, we shall support the coach's decision, and I pray for the best for the team. Samuel Kobia Pea, he says, goalkeeper Dan Lad, right wing back Dennis Odoi, left wing back Gideon Mensah, defense Amate Jiku Salisu, midfield Pate Salis, Kamal Dean, and Sulemana, forwards Iñaki and Kudus. Hey, so that's election way.
Go over the midfield again.
They said the midfield. The midfield it be 4. Pate Salis, it be 3. Partey, Salis, then Kamal. The Chinese midfield is odd. Then strikers, Iñaki and Kudus. I don't know.
There's one player missing.
The team.
There's one player missing. It's supposed to be 6
don't even have width. Because he mentioned, 3-5-2. Okay, I get. But this one, there's already Charlie. Anyway, this one says, I realize that I'm counting optimism. I remember I was one of the few pundits who gave Ghana a chance of defeating Nigeria. It's come to pass. Everything, be positive minded. That's Daniel Cranting. I'm also optimistic about our chances. Okay, Nelson Yeji Navrongo. Logical from Boku will say, hey, Valverde go kill one and goalkeeper. So says, are they one or two?
And see the shots Partey they play recently. Not too much power.
Oh, yeah, but proper placement.
Yes.
They ignore the things.
Make Muslera make ready.
They watch other people. You know the way they fear we.
Okay, make we move on. Final message from Dr. T. Dr. T in Kumar say, hello, Dr. T. It's always nice hearing from you. External influence on Otto there, Ide and Kasa. That be a message. Make we no deceive one anybody. Jojo in injury shocked me. My heart goes out to him and all who got injured. Congrats to those who made the squad. Wish them the very best. But I bet you, Charlie Walla, you work hard at catch this point.
It pain, but Charlie, you go get in chance.
It go get in chance. He's still young.
I mean, for too many of these young players, we don't work hard to this situation.
See,
yesterday, the French
Nkuku, Charlie, into head.
I feel say with the focus too much on Wolako. Yes, he do impact, but bro, Richard Ofori, he go AFCON in first chance at World Cup. It be very painful. It be very, very painful, but Charlie.
Because you see, it be very good point they make. Because for the first time in a while, we actually get two goalkeepers of a certain standard. They may not be world class, but if you watch, I mean, they be good goalkeepers with very, very good talent. Yeah. Very, very good talent. The experience of Ofori and then Wallacott in youth. But guys, so tomorrow we play Thursday. We play the first. The final tune-up game. I know sure said they go play any more games between then and 24th. So if you the pick team, if Otto Addo can't see you say, Charlie, pick team they go play against Switzerland, which team you go pick?
Frankly speaking, I would do them in two halves.
Okay.
If the last warm-up game, there are some players they inside, they never kick ball for Black Stars before. Even if they kick ball, some people get like 5-10 minutes. It's not enough. For me, because of how delicate the situation be, some people say they head for training. You don't want to go risk your best 11, then make something happen. So I go split them in two halves. I go play one team in one half. Half time, I go clear everybody.
Okay.
Then play another team. It be 26 players. During that time, you go fit up. Somebody like Partey, I don't go play him a full 45 minutes and a half. He go fit play like 25 minutes. Then another midfielder will come take over. Especially the people you are sure that they will start. So like when at centre backs in Amate Jiku, for sure we know say then they start. Partey, you know say he they start. Somebody like Jordan, you know see he will start. So at least these four people, I no go risk them at all because they'll be very key. But if you talk about my ideal setup for the competition, I go a three back system. I go play my Salisu. Goalkeeper, I go choose Manaf. Okay. I go choose Salisu. I go choose Amati, then Jiku. I go play Dennis Odwe for right wing back. I will play Barbara Man for left wing back. Don't ask me questions. I will play Barbara Man for left wing back. In the midfield, I will have Salis, I will have Partey. Then I will have Kudus in front of them. Then the front two of Iñaki and Jordan. Now,
a front two of Iñaki and Jordan.
Why are they
not be narrow?
No, it's not narrow. The wing backs.
Okay.
Wing backs they provide. You see, I'm looking at this because of how we are entering the competition. In as much as it may be your ideal 11, remember that you are going to face established, well-drilled teams who have been together for a long time. You are not going to dominate. You are going to be playing on the back foot. So you need players who are comfortable always playing on the back foot. Somebody like Barbara Man, he doesn't have any business running for it. He will feel locked in mind in a defensive sense for 90 minutes. Gideon Mensah has attacking instincts, and he can get overexcited, which we've seen. It is nice to see when you are playing an attacking system, but when you are defensive-minded and you don't want to concede, it is very important to maintain that balance. Okay. That's why they go for Barbara Man over there. In a game like South Korea, I go switch. I go play Gideon Mensah because then they'll offer more spaces and I'll need a bit more attacking impetus. But aside that, for the Uruguay game, for the Portugal game, that'll be the setup where I go use. And Jordan and Inaki, they are two strikers who they work. they will apply pressure to centre backs. They will not allow them.
That means from the
build
starting 11 you mentioned, means Andre will come off the bench, possibly.
Andre will come off the bench, and you see there's goals in the team. Inaki can score, Kudus can score, Partey can score, and you see with Salis, more people know what Salis is. Salis for me, in terms of handling the ball, comfort on the ball, he's a huge upgrade on Baba. He can do the tackling, but he's so comfortable. He can even allow Partey to go.
You know,
he go free handle.
Just to interject, the thing about Baba Idrisu, we know they use him well.
That'd be the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, as a receiver, there are no question marks about the way they receive. But it be where would they expect Sebeki? So often they receive in the center of the pitch, where the game they move too fast for him. If they receive between the left center back, then the left back, that is fine.
That'd be fine.
He's comfortable in those areas.
See the pitch, but if they receive with him back,
so perhaps if you are using him, it be how you design your build-up.
Yeah, and you see that is the system. And per that, if you put Salis in those situations,
it's a better fit.
It's a better fit for him. So me, I really hope see, because I promise you, Partey the pray say he go play per Salis. I won't lie to you. He's praying.
Because
of course, in World Cup.
Because this is Partey in World. So if you get somebody, go fit take pressure off him. But right now, this starting 11 you give, I should say they agree largely quickly. We go see such an 11 without Andre starting. That will be the final question.
Maybe possible.
For me, it be the most important thing. I think if you look at the balance of the Black Stars team, the progress where we get in the last 20 years, it be because the various captains who by that time were very important figures accept, say, the coach, they move them, move the team on from them. And even for those who had strong reason, then get strong reason to disagree. So, I mean, the manner in which we stripped CK of the captaincy in his last AFCON is no nice. But the understanding say, I don't need to create a distraction and allow the team to, because Andre, there are no question marks about the quality. It be the endurance problem.
So rather you go bring him
the endurance.
Okay, but what if CK they start just in a few seconds?
CK, be Otto Addo.
Sorry, why did I talk CK? What if Otto start? It means it go have tactical consequences on the team.
Yeah,
or what?
It affects the balance of the team.
Here they talk. We are on the back foot, so you need forwards who go apply pressure. Inaki and Jordan go do that.
And if easy, Andre, I would love play him for like 70 or 80 minutes in Moro game just to build the endurance.
Okay.
Just to so if there is any technical scenario that requires Andre starting so that he's ready for it. But the Andre way we see in the Black Stars in the past year,
no, can't change things. Yeah. All right, guys, we go see how we go. Actually, thank you, Daniel. Thank you. This big football made in Ghana. The World Cup they start over the weekend, so that be the action. Ghana go play on the 24th of November against Portugal, then against Uruguay, then South Korea. We go see if we go there Qatar for more than those 3 games. If not, we still go enjoy the competition. Hopefully, yeah. Make a plug-in. The World Cup Daily Show go return. We go start on Monday between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Citi TV. The World Cup, we go dissect them, analysis, all kinds of great conversations just to help you enjoy the games. So join me and the guys, Daniel, the boys on the desk. Great fun, great analysis, great discussion. So that's just a plug-in. We start on Monday. So it means football made in Ghana go there on the back bench as more as we enjoy the World Cup and all things Team Ghana. We'll catch you at another time. Thank you for watching. And remember, the World Cup starts over the weekend. Go support Team Ghana. Wish the Black Stars the very best.